Hello all, Dude back with the second vlog thing. This one's a bit shorter, just going over the new backup system that I made. So, first off, the stuff that's already been introduced. You have a laptop and gaming computer, and you've got the NAS back behind the screen. Both of the computers back up to the NAS every week, and then that is a RAID 1 2TB NAS, so two 2TB drives in RAID 1, so protection from drive failures, and there's a weekly backup on that. And then, that's where it stopped previously, but now it goes over to the backup server. Well, where's that? Oh look, there's a cable there. I wonder where it is. It's in here! And I forgot to get the... I planned that. So there it is, just old HP that I took apart, put some better parts in, and set all up with a new Windows installation. It's a Pentium 4 and 4 gigs of RAM, no graphics. I will probably be getting a little SATA reader to replace that disk drive. I just put it back in there since it looked ugly without it. So I'll get a little reader or something so that I can plug everything in there. So you've got power and gigabit data. I did manage to run gigabit out to this, which is nice. Running there. Bunch of other stuff that I've bought. Bunch of useless junk. Yeah, there's the extra RAM sticks. Turned out one of these is dead. No clue which one. It won't pull up on any RAM checkers, but that crashes with like 3 or 4 different system memory errors and blue screens quite often with those, so no idea what's up with that. And those cables run down here and back over here, but there's no screen. And the screen is back here. So I set up a connection using VNC, which is a nice little local remote desktop connection. So similar to Chrome Remote Desktop or Show My PC in functionality, except it runs over my local gigabit network rather than my crappy 2 megabit internet. Dang it, Charter. But that works quite well. It's a little bit laggy dragging big things around. Okay, it's a lot laggy dragging big things around. It's actually interesting. You'd think with gigabit it would go faster than that, but it works pretty well. So that machine is running, let me get that, there you go. I don't know if I reset it, or where'd it go? I don't know where it went. But that is running McAfee, which will just do random scans on the NAS to make sure that it's holding up well, just so I don't have to have the laptop do it. And where on earth did EverySync go? There you are. And then I'm using EaseUS EverySync to run weekly synchronizations on the NAS to the backup drives, and then those backup drives to another offsite backup. And I've got the backup software to make a backup of this because I wanted to make sure I didn't break it, and RM95 and hardware monitor because why not? Making sure it isn't going to catch on fire. Currently it's maxing out a little above like 53 degrees Celsius under max load with all of this closed, so it's actually got a pretty beefy heatsink in there. I keep forgetting to take the flashlight over to the thing that I need it for. Oh well. But you've got a keyboard hooked up to that because it thinks it has 3 fans even though it only has 2. So every time I boot it, it gets mad and I have to tap F1 to get it to boot. So since there's no UI over here, I'm just doing that. I believe I'm waiting for some new salvage computers to come in a couple of days, so I'm going to wait and see if I can get a fan off of that to stuff in there. It'd be nice to have another fan, because this one's intake. I want that to be exhaust, because the exhaust is back behind all those boxes, which isn't ideal. But, yeah. So, that's there for the moment. If I can't get another fan, this is the controller from a random keyboard, and I mapped out which solder points are F1. It's one from the left and one from the right. It's actually really nice. So, in the event that I cannot get another fan in a decent amount of time, then I'm just gonna solder a button onto that and just make an actual F1 button. So, yeah. Then this is just a random screen. It is hooked up to it, but it's unplugged. Cable's back there. And that's not gonna go back there. That can just plug in up here. If I need it, that's just in case I need to do some BIOS setup, or if VNC happens to crash, which so far it has not had any issues. Definitely make sure to set up the firewall, because I went through and had to disable the net guard or whatever from McAfee to get it to work. But once I did that on both ends, then my phone decided to glitch out, delete the last video, and not get rid of the storage, so now I have like 5 megabytes left on the phone, and there's nothing on it to get rid of. So, thanks, Apple. As I was saying, you have to just do that with the firewall, because it's a network thing. Firewalls cause problems with networks. I was doing something. That's for BIOS. That's that. But yeah, I'm going to set up the firewall on that. This thing is horrible in low light, good grief. To basically block everything except the IP of the laptop and the NAS, so that I don't have to worry about any of that. So there shouldn't be any security issues. And that's about it. Kitty's over here. Say hi. Say hi, Kitty. Yeah. So down here I installed the new cooling system, which is basically just a slightly bigger and faster version of the old one. So now there's two. One pulls from the GPU and one pulls from the CPU. And both those dump under there and kind of help heat up Kitty's cage, because might as well put it to some good use. So yeah, I will maybe do an update, maybe just do a post on Twitter when I get that all up and running and finished. I may be doing some Portal stuff at some point. Myth523 has offered to do a co-op, so we just need to find some time to do that. And I may have a Minecraft adventure map, or puzzle map rather, coming up soon. So look forward to that. This one's going up in the middle of the week because I'm planning on posting the last one on Saturday of this coming week, and I don't really want to shift everything backwards. I want to try and keep the vlogs somewhat up to date, so they're not really going to follow the schedule. So yeah. Oh yes, my bed's totally ball and speakers. Yeah, they're great. So yeah, that's about it. Follow me on Twitter if you want notifications for assorted things. Follow on Twitch if you want streams. Like I said, streams might be coming. Maybe some Portal stuff, maybe some mini games. I don't know. Comment if you liked. Comment if you have a comment. Like if you liked the video, and subscribe if you like what I do. Thanks for watching. And also, Apple, how about you keep this video this time? Nah.